Donkey Kong Country 3? Really? Gotcha. Let's do this. It's dangerous to go alone. Oh man, that's so loud. I gotta fix this. Whatever reason, so much louder on this. Okay, here we go. Hey, Claire. Surprise, Zelda. There we go. Nothing wrong with surprise Zelda, man. That's like one of the best kind of surprises. It's been a while since I played this, so I'm gonna be a little rusty. Played it on the PC, you could play with the randomizer and possibly get dead-ended. Most randomizers keep you from getting dead-ended. Like, it's usually built into the randomizer. Zelda 1 is brutal. Oh no, whatever shall I do? You think I'll win, guys? Brutal in comparison with Link to the Past? I mean, that's true. That's very true. He speaks the truth. Well, yeah, we already have like 33% more health than we started with. Potential, at least. That's good. Oh, there's just holes everywhere, guys. It's a secret to everybody. Except me. I know about it. Show this to the old woman and she'll give you potions. I used to play this game on the stream like every day for a while. There was a while where like I'd start the stream with Zelda 1, and then after I beat Zelda 1, we'd play whatever we were playing that day. True facts. I may have played this, you know, a couple times before. But I don't want to make it sound like I'm like some kind of Zelda expert, because I'm gonna like be like, I haven't played it in like a year, and I'm gonna be all rusty, and then they'll make it like, I thought you were good at this, Jay. And I'll be like, I thought I was. I'm sorry. I'm horrible. Yeah. Most Zelda games are pretty dang easy, honestly. You talk about how this is brutal in comparison to Link to the Past. I mean, like, most Zelda games are just really, really easy. It's not about the difficulty. You know, that's not the point of a Zelda game, generally. Kind of. Damn. Trying to get more bombs. That's level 2. Oh shit. Oh well, that's okay. When you were a kid, you played Super Metroid and you thought it was hard, and you played Metroid Fusion and hard quitted. Oh, really? Is Metroid Fusion hard? I'm trying to think if I don't know if I've beaten Metroid Fusion. I've definitely played a little bit of Metroid Fusion. I don't know if I ever beat it. Enemies do a lot more damage. I know I've never beaten Super Metroid, but not because I get trouble with the enemies. I get lost, and I don't know where to go. That's what happens to me in Super Metroid. I love how when they emulate this, they emulate the game slowing down because of too many, like, sprites at a time. Very authentic emulation there. Get lost searching for Crocomire. I know Crocomire is a boss in Super Metroid. I do not know where he is. Boss before Ridley. Oh, I thought I missed it. Famous for his cinematic death. I mean, I know who Crocomire is. I've watched speedruns. I've seen him. I'm just saying, like, if I had to, if I was like, tell me how to get to Crocomire or die, I would die. Right? Boy, this is really expensive. True facts. Thank you. A noise! Alright. Got our white duds on. We gotta pick up a couple more hearts. We need more hearts to get the white sword. And just, you know, for protection. Eventually we're gonna need, what is it, 12 hearts to get the magic sword? We need to do a couple dungeons for that. I think it's this front bottom one. You can buy a shield right there. We don't need a shield. Shields are for tanks. Link is a forest elf. Absolutely. That's the reasoning right there. No. Oh yeah, we're good. Oops. I don't know what Link is in this version. Honestly, I don't know much of Link's backstory in this particular Zelda. We don't have any bombs, do we? There's a potion shop there if you bomb that wall. Let's see. We need another bomb to get another heart. If you have to buy bombs, we'll buy bombs, I guess. I think 5 is enough to get the white sword, though, so we should just go get the sword. And then we'll swing back around to getting the bombs to get the other heart, I guess. And then we'll pretty much be done picking up stuff on the overworld and start doing some dungeons. Not that there's more stuff in the overworld, it's just we have enough. If you go up here, you can get to Dungeon 5, but we don't need that right now. For now, we need to fight a Lionel. Everyone loves fighting Lionels, right? There's the original Lionel right there. Toughest son of a bitch on the overworld. Got a Lionel and a Zora here just shooting crap all over the place. Guarding the entrance to where you can get the white sword. Shit! We don't have a shield, so we can't block that. Oh, we have a shield, but we don't have a magic shield. There we go. Run, run, run. There we go. Booyah! Now we do twice as much damage. Literally just doubled our DPS there. Link is Highland on all the games? Yeah, I believe that's true. You could go this way to get out of here. It's like the Lost Mountains. You can't leave unless you go left or go up 4 times to get to the 5th dungeon. Oh no, falling boulders! I want to talk about this for a second. So, the original Zelda has the first Master Quest in it, right? And in the Master Quest, they move all the dungeons around, and they were dicks about where they hid the dungeons. One of the dungeons in the Master Quest, you have to get the stepladder, and then stand on this little river and bomb the wall on the other side there to open up the way to the dungeon. Like, finding that without a guide, God help you. To bomb the wall on the other side of the water, that's just evil. Oops. Let's go this way, actually. One shot these blue guys now. I like that, like, Breath of the Wild keeps so, like, Breath of the Wild, people talk about how it's like a Zelda like no other or whatever, right? But like, honestly, it's the most like this one. And this one, you start out with an overworld. The dungeons are just sort of hidden all over the place, and you got to find them through exploration. The monsters on the world don't drop much more than money, you know, and stuff like. And then the monsters even have the same color coding. There's red Octa Rocks. The upgraded ones are blue Octa Rocks, right? You know, just like red bokoblins and blue bokoblins. Like, I feel like Breath of the Wild was trying to go back to like this, like the design patterns of Zelda 1, you know? We need to get some bombs. I really didn't want to have to buy bombs, but I think we're gonna have to. There's still bombs here. Game devs for Breath of the Wild created a tech demo in 2D. Yeah, I remember that. They designed it that way, and that made it look even more like this. Except in this one, the damn weapons don't break. That's the one thing, like, I'm planning on doing a Breath of the Wild playthrough in January, right? Well, really, the end of December, right after Christmas. I'm gonna start the Breath of the Wild playthrough. And, like, the one thing I'm not looking forward to is the dang weapons breaking all the time. Like, who thought that was a good idea to put into a Zelda game? Like, what's the point of that? I hope they get rid of that in part 2. I don't know if they will or not. I don't know if they've announced enough about 2 for us to know that. This is the potion shop. We can go ahead and show the lady the note, I guess. There. Now the old ladies sell us potions. I'm not looking to buy potions though. Same thing in Animal Crossing New Horizons. What? I don't know much. I don't know anything about Animal Crossing. My son plays Animal Crossing, but that's about the extent of my knowledge. They force you to explore and search for new weapons, right? But here's the thing, like, and this is the problem I have with it. Like, normally when I were to play a Zelda game and they were to have a master mode, I'd be like, sign me up. I'm gonna play master mode, right? And then with this game, I was sitting there thinking today, when I do Breath of the Wild, do I want to do master mode? And the answer I came up with was no. Because, like, the monsters are going to be way stronger, but they're going to drop, like, the same weapons, basically. So I'm going to have crappy weapons versus stronger monsters, and the weapons are going to break faster because I'm going to have to hit the monsters, like, 5 times more than I would have had to before. I'm not worried about the difficulty of the monsters. It's just going to make the weapon breaking thing so much worse, you know? So we got the bombs we needed. Let's go get the last heart, and then let's go start knocking out some dungeons. We can knock them out pretty quick, probably. Speaking of dungeons, here's the 8th dungeon. You know, we could probably buy the bait while we're down here, too. Doesn't this shop sell bait? I don't know if it's the cheapest place to buy bait, but I think they sell it. No, they don't. They sell the arrow, though. We can go ahead and buy the arrow. Or we can get bait over on the west side. I know where we can get bait. Alright. That's good, actually, because the first dungeon is going to give us the bow. So with the arrow, we'll be able to use it. The way that bow and arrow works in the original Zelda is that in the first dungeon, you find the bow. You can't use it until you go and buy an arrow from the store. You just buy one arrow, and the way it works is every time you shoot the bow, it uses up 1 rupee. So that's the way they do ammo in this one. Like, you don't have a stack of arrows, just every time you shoot the bow, it costs 1 rupee. If you don't have any rupees, you can't shoot the bow. So you're essentially like paying for your arrows as you shoot them, sort of. It's interesting. Alright, there's 100 rupees here, too. We'll get that in a second. Because the other heart I wanted to get was here. Where you're using rupees as arrows. Yeah, you're just like slinging rupees at people. Alright, so we've gotten about as powered up as you can be before you start doing dungeons. And we've got enough money for the first bomb upgrade when we get to it, which we're not going to be for a while. But the only thing we have left that we have to buy is the bait. We'll need the bait to get through Dungeon 7. That's like 80 rupees, I think. The bomb upgrades are like 100 each. And the bomb upgrades let you carry more bombs. And that's about all we're gonna need money for the most part. And we'll get plenty. Just going to dungeons. Alright, so the first dungeon is over here on this island. Alright, and you come in here and there's a locked door and you're like, screw it, I don't want to bother with locked doors. And like, okay, come back in. And you go, what? And you come back in, it's like, I got rid of the locked door. And I go, okay, I'll do the first time. That's just a weird glitch. I don't know why that happens. But if you leave and come back into the first dungeon, the locked door goes away. Saves you a key, which is nice. Speaking of keys, we got one. Might as well make it two. We can kill these skeletons with one hit because we got the white sword. And one of them was carrying a key, so now we have two keys. Normally you'd have to spend one of those keys, but we cheated, so let's just keep going. Skeletons tend to drop a lot of money. I don't know if that... I don't know the drop things that well. There's basically drop tables for different monster groups, and it depends on like how many monsters you've killed and since you last got hit and a couple other things. I don't know. And what you killed them with. If you kill things with a bomb, they can drop bombs no matter who they are. Is nice. Alright. So we got our first map. Got has a key for us too. We're gonna head up here so we can get our bow. Is up this way. I don't really speedrun Zelda. I do like I've played this a lot, so it's not going to take that long to run Zelda. But it's not a speedrun by any stretch of the imagination. Speedrun would be mostly over by now, right? It's like 30 minutes and done for Zelda 1, I think. We're playing Zodiac Age, and you were reminded that kill chaining gives you better loot? Yes, that is true. You're grinding wolves for that, it's a sword, right? Is a katana? I've done that before, so I like vaguely remember. Is it Kotetsu? Is that what they drop? I think the wolves have like a nice weapon they drop. Maybe I'm wrong. You're just doing it for levels? I think the wolves... No, I'm thinking of werewolves, not wolves. There's werewolves that drop a nice sword. Maybe. I'd have to look it up. I don't remember. I just know I've grinded it before. Grinded it. What's the right word? Anyways, that was the first dungeon. Here's the first boss. Oh my god, it's a dragon! Did you see that dragon? Alright. So it looks like we got our first piece of the Triforce. We got our first piece of one of the Triforces. It's like that's not a third of the Triforce, that's an eighth of 1/3 of the Triforce, right? So it's 1/24 of the entire Triforce. In this one, you're not gathering up the entire Triforce, you're just getting the 8 pieces of one part of it. Alright, so let's go to Dungeon 2. Oh, it was a unicorn dragon. I'm sorry, my bad. What was I thinking? The levers here, these guys are levers. The levers are pretty good for making money too. In the desert. Grab those. Nifty trick, if you leave one enemy alive, like that Octa Rock, then the rest of them won't respawn. I don't know why I'm killing these guys other than just for fun. Link enjoys the death. Alright, so up here is the level 2. The second dungeon. Second dungeon goes really quick. Blink and you'll miss it. The dungeon is basically shaped like a crescent moon or a banana. It's cool because you also get the magic banana here. If you want it. You can actually just gain some keys in this one by just not exploring the whole dungeon. Like all these locked doors on the right, you don't need to go into them. Especially if you don't want the magic banana. Or that's the magic boomerang. And you get keys as you go up. Come in here. Is this where the boomerang is? I believe this is the one room with the boomerang. You can kill these guys while being shot at from all sides. Having the shield helps a little bit because the shield can block those magic balls that are coming at you from all sides. There we go. The magic boomerang is actually kind of a downgrade in this game, honestly. The boomerang doesn't really do damage, it stuns enemies, right? And with the magic one, it goes all the way across the room, right? Which gives you more range with it, but you don't really need range with your boomerang. The downside of it is, if you miss, then the boomerang takes forever to get back because it goes all the way across the room. So, it's not a big upgrade, honestly. Anyways, you can kill these guys super fast. You just drop a bomb on them, but also not hard to just kill. All right, so we're coming here, and the next room I think is the boss. The boss of this one is the Dudungo. You'll recognize a lot of the bosses in this from like Ocarina of Time and other Zeldas because they reuse their bosses, right? So like Goma, the first boss of Ocarina of Time, and Dudungo, the boss of the Goron area when you want to get the when you're gathering up the gems to get the Master Sword. They're all from this game. Dudungo in this one looks a little bit different. He's just like a little dinosaur walking around. So what you have to do is you have to try and feed him bombs, right? You try to shove a bomb right in front of him and he'll eat it. You do that twice and then you hit him and he dies. But if you place a bomb just right, so it actually blows up not in his mouth, but like right outside of his body, like by his head, then you can actually hit him with the sword. Like that, and he drops a bomb every time. So you can use one bomb to kill him and get 4 bombs in return. So you can actually farm bombs with Dudungos if you know how to place the bomb right. Which is really useful because there's several dungeons later in the game where you'll come into a room and they'll have 3 Dudungos in it. And if you know how to do that trick, you can actually get 9 bombs out of that room. So that's handy. Because running out of bombs is a thing, especially in the later dungeons. Like the 8th and 9th dungeons, there's so many bombable walls. The 9th dungeon especially. And you can only carry so many bombs. You can only hold 8 right now. If you get both bomb upgrades, you can eventually hold 16. But anyways, alright, so that was the second dungeon. Let's go do the third. I'm trying to do them in order. You don't have to do them in order. There's certain prerequisites, like you have to do dungeon 3 before you can do dungeon 4, because dungeon 3 gives you the raft that you need to get to dungeon 4. You need to do dungeon 4 before you do like dungeon 5 and 7, I think, because like dungeon 4 gives you the step ladder, which you need to get all the way through those dungeons. But like, there's nothing stopping you from just going. Like, I could go to dungeon 8 right now, because all you gotta do is burn a bush to get into it. As long as you have the blue candle, you can get into dungeon 8. They're just hidden on the world map. Alright, so anyways, dungeon 3 is back towards the beginning. And across that river to the west. After we finish dungeon 3 and dungeon 4, we'll have enough hearts, and we'll have the raft and the stepladder that we can go pick up enough hearts that we'll be able to get the magic sword. So 2 more dungeons and we can go upgrade to the best sword in the game. not quite yet. Dungeon 3 is right here. I really should do like a Zelda marathon at some point. Like I know we're planning on playing Breath of the Wild in January, but like I used to do this every year. Like every year on the stream, I would like block out a month and just do Zelda, like all month. Nothing but Zelda. I'd play all the Zelda games. The list has gotten a bit longer since then, but I don't know. Zelda's like my favorite game series. Might as well blow that up while we're here. Roll me back. We gotta go get the raft before we head on to the final boss of the dungeon. This is the first dungeon with dark nuts. These little bastards that you have to hit from the side or the back. You can't hit them from the front because they block it. They're a real trick until you kind of get used to them. After a while, they're not that hard to fight, but like... I'm making that look easier than it is. I'm gonna put it that way. I don't know if you've ever played this game before, but if you have, I promise you, you will have trouble with those guys. In fact, I'd probably say those guys in Wizrobes are like the biggest issue in this game as far as like being good at beating it. Alright, so we got the raft. That's going to be needed to get into Dungeon 4 and also to get to one of the hearts. Now we just need to head to the end of this dungeon. Gonna sneak on through this wall here. Take a bit of a shortcut. We could fight these guys, but that seems like a waste of time. If we grab the map and look at this swastika of a map here, the boss is just to the right of us here. And lo and behold, we can just bomb that wall. And this boss can actually be killed with a single bomb if you place it just right. Which I didn't do. I missed. Alright, there we go. If you get him like directly over the bomb when it goes off, it kills him in one bomb. He gets faster and faster the more parts you knock off, though, so be careful. You can also just hit him with the sword, but like, it's easier to do it with a bomb. Alright. That was Dungeon 3. 3 dungeons down. 6 more to go. So, because we got the 8 pieces of the Triforce, and then the final dungeon, the 9th dungeon, you need the Triforce to enter, so you have to have beat the other 8. And that's where we'll save Zelda and fight Ganon. Explosions are always good, this is true. Alright, welcome to Dungeon 4. I think we can get a key here. I generally just pick up keys that are not too far out of my way. If you don't know your way through the game, you can go through a lot more keys. In fact, you can even go out of the dungeon and buy keys if you need to. And the reason for that is, the dungeons are not always, like, it's not like the newer Zeldas where like you get a key, it belongs to a certain door more or less, right? In this game, you get a key and there are doors that you don't need to open. And if you waste a key opening it, well, that was your problem. Like, why would you do that? You shouldn't have done that. You wasted your key. You didn't need to open that door. That was a dead end, or you could have gone around that door somehow, or something. Eventually, one of the items in one of the dungeons is the master key, the skeleton key. It's just infinite keys, basically. If you're wondering about this room and why it's all black, it's because there's no light in here. It's actually like diagonal blocks. I've just got it memorized. Like, I know my way through the dungeon. Like, I can't go this way because there's blocks. I can't go this way because there's blocks, right? It's 2 diagonal lines of blocks. If you fire off a candle in one of these dark rooms, it lights it up. See? But I've done this so many times that I don't bother doing it sometimes, and then I start streaming it and I go, oh wait, they don't know what it looks like. Like this one, this room, there's a pool with like a ring around in the middle. There's a ring around the edge of the map, and then there's a ring in the middle, and it's connected in the top and bottom. You can just kind of like memorize the layouts of these little rooms. This room's got a line of water across the top just north of that door there, which is why those little skull dudes aren't crossing. Like, see how there's water here. We need the step ladder to get up there, basically. Let's go get the step ladder. These vires are annoying. When you hit them, they turn into bats. They turn into two little red geese. Start flying around. If you have the magic sword, they don't actually turn into bats. You do so much damage that you kill them outright with your first swing. It's handy. Alright, so we talk about these guys too. If you ever played like Ocarina of Time, you'll recognize these bubbles. They're called bubbles. These dudes right here. They don't actually do damage to you. If I run into them, they would normally just go, it would knock them over, right? But it doesn't actually do damage to them. If you look closely, there's like a little skull there, right? They're those like flying, burning skulls in the later games. In this game, they don't hurt you, but what they do is when you get hit by one of them, you temporarily lose the ability to use your sword. So you can't fight back with your sword for a little bit if you run into a bubble. It's much nastier in the second quest though, because in the second quest, there are new types of bubbles that are red bubbles and blue bubbles. And the red bubbles make you lose the ability to use your sword. Unlike the normal bubbles though, it doesn't just come back a couple seconds later. You have to go track down a blue bubble and run into it to get your ability to use your sword back, and they might not even be in the same room. Anyways, this is the step ladder. It lets you go over one tile gaps of like water, basically. So now we can get to the top of this room because there was a one tile gap here. We're almost at max rupees. We can only hold one more rupee right now. If we bomb this, that should open up a door. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the map just because why not? This map is shaped like a little snake dude. If we go up into his eye, there's like a secret room that didn't have any entrances. You can actually bomb all four walls of this room. We'll go ahead and skip ahead to the front of the head. Other side of this door is the boss, which is Gliac. He is in this case, two-headed dragon. Although there are 3- and 4-headed versions of him later in the game. When he's a dungeon boss in Dungeon 4, he is just two-headed. Later on, we can fight the like 4-headed Gliac if we want. Anyways, kill that. And here is Gliac. One unicorn dragon wasn't enough. Now we got two-headed dragon that shoots fireballs. You have to hit its head to hurt it. And once you kill both the heads, you win. As you kill the heads, though, they start flying around and shooting at you until you get all of them. Anyways, alright, that's level 4. We have half the Triforce piece. We're going to go back to the overworld for a little bit, pick up some more hearts. We need 2 more hearts to get the magic sword. There is no Master Sword in the original Zelda. Although they do say master using this and you can have it, there's no Master Sword. It's called the Magic Sword. Is hitting the body killing him? No, you have to hit the heads. I forget which it is. I think the little balls of energy that he shoots at you hurt a lot, but hitting his body, running into his body physically also hurts you a little bit, but it doesn't hurt as much as the little balls of light. So if you actually think you're about to get hit and you can't dodge, you can actually just run into him on purpose because it hurts, but it doesn't hurt as much, right? Okay. Gotta go on the top one here, otherwise you can't make it all the way to the right. There's some bombs. Nice. We're trying to get all the way to the eastern edge of the map right now because that's where we can get 2 more heart containers. Oop, wait, that's a dead end. Now that we have the raft and the step ladder. Let's go ahead and open up Dungeon 8 while we're here. Because why not, right? We also have max rupees at the moment. That's Dungeon 8. It's hidden under a bush. It's a conspicuous bush, at least. Like, that's the thing, like at least that one's, like, stands out. Like, that one dungeon I was talking about before in the second quest, it's like a bombable wall on the other side of a river. There's, like, no way to know it's there. Other than to just bomb every section of rock in the game. Including ones you can't normally walk to. Anyway, there's one of our heart containers. The other one's going to be across... using the raft. You gotta go up here and use this dock here. I believe this is actually a dungeon in the second quest, but in this one it's a heart. Alright. So now we have 12 hearts. Max in this game is 16. So we have all of the optional heart containers at this point. The only heart containers left are the ones from killing the bosses of Dungeon 5, 6, 7, and 8. Because the first 8 dungeons drop a heart container. So, now we need to go all the way to the western side of the map, to the cemetery, because the cemetery is where the magic sword is hidden. To do that, we're gonna have to go through the original Lost Woods. Now, in like Ocarina of Time and other more recent Zeldas, the Lost Woods is a recurring trope. It also came from the original Zelda. In this case, the Lost Woods are a section of the map that just repeats if you don't go in the right sequence of directions. If you go into the right sequence of directions, you make it through to the other side, which is how you get to the graveyard. Which is also where Dungeon 6 is. Dungeon 6 being the dungeon that's full of Wizrobes, which is probably my least favorite enemy. Not so much for a regular run, although they're still annoying. But, man, I did a swordless run one time, and swordless Wizrobes are the worst, because the only thing that can hurt a Wizrobe is your sword and bombs. So if you don't have a sword, you have to kill them with bombs, and man, I went through so many bombs trying to clear Dungeon 6 and Dungeon 9 without a sword. It was a nightmare. We did eventually do it, though. It was fun. Alright. We go over here in the woods. And we're gonna get to the Lost Woods section. Which is just over here. Alright, so this is the Lost Woods section. If I go right, it exits. That's the way to give up, right? If you go up, down, or left, it just repeats. So I go up. I go left. If I go down, it's the same section again, right? But if you go up, left, down, left, you get a little noise and you make it through the other side, where you find a crap ton of Lionels, both red and blue. But we're just gonna run by them. And now we're in the graveyard. Once we're in the graveyard, we can come up to the top right area, and there's a grave that we can move. Be careful touching the graves, because if you touch a grave, you spawn a ghost. Unless it's one like this that you can move. And here you'll find the magic sword, which you need 12 hearts to pick up. Boom. Interesting thing about the ghosts, so the ghosts do drop items, they just take a lot of hits to kill. Like, a lot. But if you spawn a bunch of ghosts and keep track of which one was the original ghost, and then kill the original ghost, it kills all of them and they all drop loot at once. It's kind of handy. You kind of farm stuff that way a little bit. You just gotta keep track of which one was the original ghost, because when you kill the original ghost, it kills all the other ones. There's this concept of like a boss monster in this game. You'll see it sometimes in dungeons. I'll go into a room and I'll kill like one bokoblin and all the rest of them just die instantly, and you're like, what the hell was that? It's because they had a boss, and if you kill the boss, it kills all the rest of them. So these are Wizrobes. The orange variety, or red variety, if you want to call them, disappear, reappear, and shoot. The blue ones don't ever disappear, but they can phase through walls and stuff, and they just kind of chase you. They always appear in a line, so they can shoot straight at you. So they'll appear like in one of the 4 cardinal directions from Link. Go and grab that key. Are there ghosts in Breath of the Wild? I don't know. Alright. Now we are doing the dungeons a little bit out of order. We haven't done Dungeon 5 yet. I'm doing Dungeon 6 just because we were right beside it. And like, we'd have to walk a long way away to get to 5 and then come all the way back here. So I figured let's just go ahead and take care of 6. But technically we are doing them a little bit out of order. That's okay. That's okay. It's because we went to get the sword. We were over here. Right, there's traps. Alright, so likes actually take a crap ton of hits too, just as many as the frickin' likes, by the way, are those weird gelatin looking things that want to eat you and steal your shield. You'll see them in Ocarina of Time too. Actually, an interesting trick that you can do with likes. I'm not going to share right now because I don't want to get hurt. But if you don't care about losing your shield, because they will eat your shield, you can actually jump in a like on purpose when you're fighting Wizroads. Getting eaten by a like costs you 1 heart. It hurts you for 1 heart for being eaten. Once you've been eaten, that's it. It doesn't hurt you anymore, right? And the only way to get out of a like is to attack it and kill it, right? Well, while you're inside of it, you're invincible. But the enemies that are walking by, if they walk close enough to you, you can still stab them. So you can like jump in a like, pay your 1 heart price for getting in there. Ooh, wrong button. And then just like stab Wizroads as they come by, basically. Uh-oh. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. Ooh, oy. This sucks because now we have 3 hearts. I didn't bother to pick up a potion, which I probably should have. Being in this dungeon with only 3 hearts is gonna suck. You can try it. We don't need the item from this dungeon. We just need to beat it, honestly. This room has a boss monster, I think. But I don't know what. Yeah, see? I killed that one and the other ones died. There you go. Not every room has one, but certain rooms do, and you see it every now and then when you've been playing the game as much as I have. Start to remember, oh, this room has a boss monster. You know, ooh. Yes, give me the hearts. This time I have 4 hearts. That's better. But yeah, rooms full of Wizroads are like one of the worst things. This room sucks too. You know why this room sucks? Right, we're getting shot from all sides by these stupid magical balls. You kill all these keys. Keys don't drop anything. Keys never drop anything. They're just useless enemies. Anyways. Oh, the certain number of hearts to get the best sword? Yeah. Yeah, that came from this one. I think you need 5 hearts to get the, Oh, crap. See, the thing about the blue ones is they will follow you, and if you're in line with them, they will just keep shooting. So they can drag your health down very quickly if you're not careful. You never want to be completely online with the blue one, if you can avoid it, because they will just shoot and shoot and shoot. Why am I fighting these? I could just leave. No, don't go. Oh my god, I didn't realize what room I was in. Here's 3-headed Gliac. We're not going to beat him with half a heart. There's a 4-headed one later. Anyways, we didn't even need to go into that room. We can bomb through the wall while we're fighting all those Wizroads for no reason. Oh, we're getting all these deaths for no reason now. I'm half a mind to just go out and like heal up and grab a potion for good measure. But I don't know. The red ones never give me any trouble. It's just the blue ones that are annoying. Give me another heart. There we go. That's something. These we do have to kill. Alright, we lost half a heart. That's not bad. Run through this room, and then the next room we need to bomb the right wall. Well, the next room, actually. It's interesting that this room stays solved. Don't have to kill that room again. That's kind of cool. Right, we don't need to fight that room. Alright, this room, we don't need to fight this room either. We just head down. If you head up, it'll eventually lead to where you get the magic wand, which is a really cool item, but it's not a required item. The magic wand lets you shoot a beam kind of like the wizards do. And then later on you can get a magic book that upgrades the wand to where when the beam hits something it leaves a little fire like from a candle. Oh my god. Half a heart. This is the last room of wizards I think we have to fight in this dungeon. And the boss of this dungeon we could easily beat without getting hit. Gotta get to it. Don't die to a keys. Okay. I don't need to fight the things in this room, I'm just hoping I get a heart drop. Did not. Don't need to fight this room. Don't need to fight this room either, just run through it. Alright, final boss. This is Goma. Goma as in the first boss of Ocarina of Time. There you go. One arrow into Goma's eye when it opens up, kills Goma. There we go. Alright, let's get done with the dying part and get back on to beating the game, huh? Pay more attention now. I get to talking sometimes and I'll just lose track of what I'm doing. Okay, we need to go to the 5th dungeon. Well, that's helpful. I don't know if these guys drop hearts or not. We were full hearts anyways. Is it here? This isn't a required item. Yeah, here we go. Power Bracelet. Power Bracelet lets you move certain rocks in the game. I don't usually even grab it, but it's cool because it gives you the ability to take some shortcuts around the world map. And we don't have the recorder yet. If you see rocks like that on the left side there, the 4 rocks in the center there, if you have the power bracelet, you can actually move them. Like, why would you want to move them? Because it opens up this. There's 4 places in the world like that, and you can use them to teleport between them. This is close enough. The ferry. Alright, so the next 2 dungeons we're going to do are Dungeons 5 and Dungeon 7. Dungeon 5 and Dungeon 7 are the 2 dungeons that have the bomb upgrades in them, where we'll be able to make ourselves so we can carry more bombs. They cost 100 each. Thankfully, we have maxed out rupees at the moment, so that won't be an issue. We're going to go ahead and buy those bomb upgrades while we're going through these dungeons. Dungeon 5 is, instead of being full of wizrobes, Dungeon 5 is full of dark nuts. Much like the Lost Woods, this is like the Lost Mountains. You have to go up 5 times, it's repeating, and then if you go up 4 times, I mean, then it plays the little music and you make it to Dungeon 5. It's a lot easier to remember. It's just literally just go up, right? Alright. Oh, and these are Pole's voices. They can be killed in 1 hit by a arrow, and in fact the arrow will pierce them. But we don't really need to kill them. We've got 8 keys already, we're doing pretty good. Alright, Gibdos. Pretty easy to kill. Alright, that one has a bomb inside of him. We need to bomb the right wall, so what I actually want to do is kill him, drop that bomb, and then pick up the thing so, you know, get back the bomb I just used. Alright, so these are upgraded Darknuts, as you might have noticed. We also have an upgraded sword since then, though, so we can still kill them in 2 hits. Because our sword got they got twice as much defense or health, and we also got twice as much damage, so it kind of just evened out. Handy. We're gonna need to buy the bait before we go to Dungeon 7 because we'll need it to get through the dungeon. I said here, if you go to the left, it leads towards where we need to go to get the recorder. If we go down, it looks like it's just a key. If you go across here and you bomb this wall, you'll get to this guy who says, I bet you'd like to have more bombs. Now, when I was a kid, I thought this was a guy selling bombs. And like, you could get bombs for 20 rupees at the store. So I was like, why is it 100? I'm not paying 100, and I left, right? I thought it was like, you know, it's convenient because we're in the dungeon. Here, I'll sell you bombs for like a ridiculous price. And I just was like, screw that. This doesn't sell you bombs. This literally makes it where you can carry more. So it's really worth it. Yeah. You should totally buy that. Alright. Some more dark nuts to kill. Iron knuckles. Yeah, I got this game. I was about 5, I guess, yeah, when I got this game, something like that. I don't remember exactly. My first video game console was actually an Atari. The NES was my second one. A year later. $1989? You were 5 in '89? Is that what you're saying? I don't know why I'm killing these guys. Dude, we are the same age. Here's one of those rooms you can farm bombs in if you didn't already have max bombs. Just gotta use that little trick to kill them easily, and then they're guaranteed to drop bombs if you kill them that way. What the hell? It's messing that up bad. So this boss, Dig Dogger, if you drop a bomb on him, he breaks into 3 little ones. There's a trick you can beat him really fast, so what you do... Sorry, if you blow the whistle, he breaks into 3 little ones. And it takes 2 bombs to kill them. Here's a trick to him. You want to drop a bomb on him, quickly, before the bomb goes off, switch to the recorder, blow the recorder, and quickly, before he gets a chance to move, drop another bomb. Kill all 3 of them instantly. Alright. That was Dungeon 5. Let's go to Dungeon 7. Dungeon 7 is like super easy. I don't know why exactly, but Dungeon 7 is just a much easier dungeon than 5 and 6. It's full of like bokoblins instead of you know, dark nuts and whiz robes. Oh, you know what? We can actually... Here. Pick up a potion. Just, you know, for like Dungeon 9, we'll have it on hand. We can heal ourselves if we need to. Speedrunning wasn't really like a thing back in the 80s, but like I feel like using a potion is like a punishment for a speedrunner. Like you basically just have to quit the game if you need to use a potion, honestly. But like when you use a potion in this game, it's so slow. It fills up each of your hearts like half a heart at a time. It's like just makes you sit there and watch your health get refilled. Dungeon 7 is over this way. You actually need the recorder from Dungeon 5 to get into Dungeon 7. Because you need it to open the door of the dungeon. Nice thing about the recorder is you can also use it to teleport around the map. You can basically teleport to any dungeon that you've already beaten with the recorder. I probably could have gotten here a lot faster if I had thought about that, but that's okay. Alright. This is Dungeon 5. I'll do that room, I don't think. Trying to make sure I remember my way through it. Like I need to get... Oh, we didn't get the bait. We gotta get the bait first. Oh man, we're gonna need some more money too, so we can buy the bait and buy the bomb upgrade. See, because I didn't buy the bait earlier, I got maxed out on rupees when I didn't need to be, and I've missed out on some rupees I would have normally had by now. Supposed to buy the bait earlier. At least I thought about it before we got into the dungeon, got up to the room where we needed it, and went, oh. Done that before. Oh, it's the other. It's the one where you buy the ring. We need like what, 32 rupees? Trying to think of places I haven't already opened up. There's a couple, I think. Also, I guess theoretically we'd do Dungeon 8 first. Earn money as we're going through it. Actually, this should be enough here. This is a 30, right? Oh, it's only a 10. Dang. I still need 20 more rupees. Oh, there's 5. Let's just kill some guys here in the woods for a second. For once, I don't want them to give me bombs. Almost there. There we go. Alright, we got enough. Let's go. The only item we're missing in here is the wand, which we just skipped at Dungeon 6. And then there's some other items you get. They go like across the top there. Like there's the book, which upgrades the wand. There's another ring, which makes us take even less damage and turns our clothes red. There's skeleton key. Alright, we're back in here. We're prepared this time. It's just full of Garayas. That's the whole dungeon, just Garayas. I don't know why Dungeon 7 has like weaker enemies than 5 and 6, but it does. Anyways, you come over to the left, open up this door, and here is our other bomb upgrade. I can't wait to play Breath of the Wild after Christmas. It's gonna be a ton of fun. We're remembering our way. No, I don't think this is the right way. This way? Doesn't look right either. Maybe this was the right way. Yeah, this is the right way. Grumble Grumble. This is where we need the bait at. Not only are the enemies in this dungeon easy, but the boss of this dungeon is Aquamentus again. It's the boss of Dungeon 1. It's just really strange. Went the wrong way. Oh, it was that other room. Okay, I was right before. Looking over like, it's not this one, is it? It was. Keep on here. That's where we get the red candle, which you don't need to get, but it's nice. There's the only difference between the red candle and the blue candle is the blue candle you can only use it once per screen. With the red candle you can use it over and over and over again, which is really nice if you don't know which bushes you're supposed to burn. Once you get the candle, you can just start burning everything on the overworld. Gotta get to the tip of the nose of the little dude there. Alright, do this again. Gotta be careful in these U-shaped rooms with the bubbles, because the bubbles, you can't dodge the bubbles if you're in these little one tile parts. And then once they hit you, you can't use your sword, so you gotta be careful. You gotta get up against the wall to lure out the hands, though. One of my least favorite rooms in the game is there's a room shaped like this with bubbles and wizrobes going around the outside. Yeah, it's the same flute from Mario, yeah. It looks the same too. It's the same flute. And in Mario, you know, the little tornado comes and picks you up. That's the same thing when you use the recorder to teleport between dungeons. When you're on the overworld, if I use it, the little tornado will come pick me up. I don't have to kill these guys. I don't know. I felt like it. Right, it's right. Gotta go right. There we go. And this should be the boss, right? Yeah. Here's Aquamentus again. Literally the same boss from the first dungeon. Takes only 2 hits to kill him with the magic sword. And that was Dungeon 7. Not really sure why they made Dungeon 7 so easy, but there we are. Alright. Dungeon 8 and 9 will make up for it. They're much harder. Okay, only 2 dungeons to go. If we look on our thing here, we're only missing one little piece of the Triforce there. You don't even get the full Triforce in this game. You don't get the Triforce of was it Courage into part 2? One of the pieces of Triforce or you get it in part 2. I forget now. It's been a while. I got it mixed up. Anyways, let's go to Dungeon 8. Dungeon 8 is that little... It was under that bush that I burned earlier. Off on the east side of the world map. At this point in the game, there's nothing else for us to do except do Dungeon 8 and 9, really. We've been playing for, what, just over an hour? Not bad. I used to be able to beat this game in like 50 minutes or so. Back when I was playing it every day. So I've definitely lost some speed over the years from not playing it for so long. I was never like speedrun worthy, but I was definitely a lot faster. I could have just teleport. Yeah, let's show the teleporting thing just because I can. So watch it. Let's see. We just came from World 7, so theoretically. This is World. This is Dungeon 3. If I face to the left and below it, it should take me to Dungeon 2. Because if you face left, it takes you backwards in the number of dungeons. If you face right, it takes you forwards. And the number of times you blow it is like how many times it goes down the line in the dungeon numbers. Only the dungeons that you've beaten though, so like it would have skipped 8. But 2 is the closest to 8, which is right here. There we go. Dungeon 8. Dungeon 8 has 2 items in it, right? It has the tome and which I believe it might be that way. I think my skeleton key might be that way. It has the tome and the skeleton key. We don't really need either of those, honestly, to beat the game. We don't need to fight either of these guys, I believe. These guys we do have to fight. The doors are locked. This is one of the harder rooms in the game. You're getting shot from all sides. Room full of these guys with no walls or anything to help you maneuver around them. It can be tough. Watch out for the bubbles, turning my sword off. Okay, I think we keep going up here. If I don't start getting better at remembering my way through the dungeons, when I get to 9, I'm gonna be like wishing that I had gotten that skeleton key. Because 9 is like just gonna waste all your keys if you don't know your way through it. And all your bombs. There's a lot of bombing walls and going through secret doors and stuff in 9. Underground passages to other sides of the dungeon. They made 9 very confusingly laid out on purpose. Right here we don't have to fight anybody, we just need to get to that staircase. Alright, and here is the four-headed Gliac, the boss of Dungeon 8. Two-headed is for losers. We have a much stronger sword than last time we fought a Gliac, though. Jeez. Boom. And now we have all of our heart containers and the entire Triforce, which means that we can get into the final dungeon and go pay a visit to Ganon. Save Zelda. Beat the game. You know. Whew. So there's room for another row of hearts? There's not. That's as many as you can get. We have 13 bombs. Probably actually want to go into here with max bombs, honestly. That's the wrong side. Dang it. We could go buy bombs before we go in here. Let's just see how far we can get, I guess. Alright, Dungeon 8. Dungeon 8 also has 2 items in it, and they are very important items. One is the silver arrows, which you need to kill Ganon. And the other is the red ring, which will turn your clothes red and once again have my damage that I take from enemies. I'll be down to taking only a quarter damage. Oh man, I still can't use my sword because of the bubble. We didn't even need to come this way. Bad start. Bad start. So this is the first of the bomb your way through a wall, then go through a secret underground passage things. There's gonna be a lot of that in this dungeon. If we can get a bomb drop or two, we'll be solid. The question of whether we can get that bomb drop though. Here's our first Patras. This is an enemy unique to the final dungeon. Have to kill all the things around him first. Not mean to open that. Alright. I didn't actually need to kill that one, did I? Which way do I go here? Is it up? It's been too long since I played this. Go to the next room! We gotta kill these guys to open the door. Oh, thank God. That's really good. Which way did I go here? I feel like this is wrong. I definitely feel like this is wrong. I'm using up keys trying though. This feels right. We don't have to kill these right now, but we have to come back this way, so we have to kill them before we are done. This is what I mean by how long it takes to heal yourself. This is a room. I hate this room so much. You have to kill these wizards. Oh my god. The bubbles are constantly turning off your sword. It's just a god-awful room. Oh, thank god for the bomb drop. And I missed them. And you do not want to be on a direct line with these guys because they will just murder you. Worst room in the game, right there. that's the hardest room in the game. Alright, and it's guarding the silver arrows, so Ganon knows where to put the important items, you know? Ganon's like, I'm gonna guard my items with like just a room full of bullshit. And like, most people would probably give up, right? I don't remember if I've missed the red ring or if it's still farther in. We have everything we need to beat the game. It would just be easier if I had that red ring. I'm just trying to remember where the hell it is. I may have gone the wrong way. This looks right, actually. This feels right. Hey! Thanks for the follow. Oh, jeez. I think this is the last room of wizards that we actually have to kill. I'm dying, Jay. If I remember right. Okay. Alright, I was trying to look at your name, but I'm just having to focus. Corey Nuku? Welcome to the stream. Is it up? I don't remember. Oh my god. No, don't die! We died. Okay, we have plenty of bombs. We can heal ourselves. Let's keep going. Yeah, it's the final dungeon. I could be doing better. Thankfully, all the rooms like this, where you have to kill things to unlock the thing, should stay unlocked, so those monsters wanted to be killed again. What's down here? Is this the way to the red ring? I think it is. I think I missed the red ring, and that's why this has been so hard. I think this is where the red ring is. Oh, should I gonna do it again? Yep. Oh, you kill these guys? Oh my god. You don't have to kill these guys. We need to bomb the top wall. It'll put us into that empty spot in the top right part of the map. Alright, these wizards we do have to kill. They're guarding a very good item. Thank God, okay. So now we'll take much less damage. And we have all the items, so that we're gonna get, at least. Time to move on to Ganon. So we almost made it to Ganon the first time through here without actually getting the defense upgrade. Let's see if we can remember our way through here. Crap, we have to kill these guys again? Oh my god. You guys suck so much. I'm just bad at wizards. That's the truth of it. Ugh. Who needs defense when you have offense? I do. I need it. We don't have any way to heal ourselves left. Other than people being nice enough to drop hearts. Alright, this is where the arrows were, right? Don't believe that we have to fight these guys. I think we just need to go out the top. Where's it, the left? Which way are we going here? Shit. Left. I don't think we have to fight those guys. This we have to fight. And we've already fought the last room of wizards that we have to fight. Thank God. We might have to run through another room of wizards, so I don't think we have to fight another room of wizards. Okay. This should lead us to Ganon. Oh, did I mention that Ganon's invisible in this game? To point that out. Ganon is completely invisible. You have to fight him without being able to see him. He just wanders around the room invisible, attacking you like a dick. We need to be able to see the enemy, right? It's overrated. Alright, here we go. Hold up the Triforce to reveal him. There he is. And now we have to find him with our sword. There he is. We have to do that a couple times. There he is. There he is. We should switch to our silver arrow to be ready. This way. Let's go this way. And then when you turn brown, you shoot him with the silver arrow. He goes poof, and we grab his part of the Triforce. So now we have 2 pieces of the Triforce. You get the 3rd one in part 2. Break this fire out of the way, and you get Zelda. I want to point out, that fire hurts, right? You can run into that fire and take damage. One time I played this game, I beat Ganon with half a heart left. And I was like, woo, we beat it, guys. You know, I was on stream, right? And I'm like, all right, and we go up to the next room, and we save Zelda, and I walked smack into that fire and died. Yeah. That was a stream highlight. I don't know if it's still there anymore, but it used to be. That was like 10 years ago. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. That was the original Legend of Zelda. It's a fun game. And it is 1 AM here, though, so that's going to be the end of it for me tonight. Maybe we'll do the second quest another night, huh? But, it's a lot of fun. If you like watching Zelda, after Christmas, we're going to be starting a 100% run of Breath of the Wild with all the DLC. We're going to be doing every shrine and as many Korok seeds as I can find. I'm not going to guarantee I'll get all 900 Korok seeds because I don't know where all 900 Korok seeds are, but I'm going to try. So, anyways, we'll be back on tomorrow with more Final Fantasy VI at 8 PM Eastern, and on Monday we'll be getting back to Lunar. If you want to watch some more Lunar Silver Star Story complete. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!